It starts earlier than you think. Before you are even aware of yourself as an individual, you are learning how to earn smiles, praise, and warmth from the people around you. Your nervous system was shaped in a world where approval equals safety. If mom was calm, you were okay. If dad was proud, you felt loved. That approval meant survival, and your body never forgot it. So it makes sense now, years later, that some part of you still measures your worth by the look in someone else's eyes. That you hold back your opinions in groups, say yes when you mean no, or smile when you want to scream. It's not that you're fake. It's that you're conditioned to equate pleasing people with being safe. But here's the truth. What once protected you is now suffocating you. Every time you betray your gut to win someone's approval, you chip away at your own self-trust. And when you stop trusting yourself, you become a stranger in your own life. You know this feeling. You walk away from conversations overanalyzing every word. You shrink your desires to avoid being too much. You feel responsible for how others feel, even when it hurts you. And slowly, you disappear behind a mask of who you think you're supposed to be. But let me ask you, what happens when you finally get the approval you chase? Does it liberate you? Or does it only make you more afraid to lose it? This is the trap of people-pleasing. You become addicted to the hit of validation, but it never gives you the deeper peace you want. Because what you're really craving isn't approval, it's authenticity. The permission to live in alignment with your own values, even if someone else doesn't like it. And here's the paradox. The more you abandon yourself to be liked, the less truly loved you feel. Because deep down, they're not loving you. They're loving the version of you that hides. You can't be free and be fake at the same time. Let's dive deeper into why it's so hard to stop living for other people's approval. It's not just about wanting to be liked. It's about fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of being abandoned. These fears run so deep because humans are wired for connection. We are social animals. Our ancestors survived by being part of a group, so being excluded meant danger or death. That primal fear is still alive inside you, even if your life is much safer today. When you consider expressing your true self, sharing your opinions, setting boundaries, or pursuing your own goals, that fear of rejection kicks in and screams, "Don't risk it." So instead, you keep playing the role others expect, hoping it will keep you safe and accepted. But safety gained by hiding your truth is a false safety. It's like living behind a glass wall. Everyone sees you, but no one really knows you. Over time, that creates loneliness and a painful sense of disconnection. Here's a simple truth that's hard to accept. Not everyone will like the real you, and that's okay. In fact, it's necessary. The people who truly belong in your life are those who accept you without requiring you to shrink or change. Those connections are built on honesty, vulnerability, and mutual respect, not on masks and pretending. Breaking free starts with recognizing that approval is a limited, external resource. When you seek it as your primary source of validation, you give away your power. You're letting other people decide how you feel about yourself. But when you learn to approve of yourself, to give yourself permission to be imperfect, to say no, to pursue what matters to you, something shifts. Your confidence grows, and you attract relationships that honor your true self. That doesn't mean you become selfish or stop caring about others. It means you build a strong foundation inside, so your actions come from choice, not fear. So how do you start building that inner approval? It begins with self-awareness, paying attention to when you're making choices out of fear of judgment rather than genuine desire. Notice the moments you say yes when your heart screams no. Those small compromises add up and create a life that doesn't feel like yours. One practical step is to slow down and ask yourself before every decision, am I doing this because I want to, or because I want someone else to like me? It might feel uncomfortable at first. You might fear conflict or losing people. But over time, this questioning develops your inner compass. Next, practice saying no to small things to build muscle. It's okay to disappoint others sometimes. In fact, the discomfort you feel is a sign you're growing. Every time you honor your own needs, you strengthen your self-respect. Another key is learning to tolerate the feelings that come with losing approval. Anxiety, loneliness, or shame. These feelings aren't pleasant, but they aren't dangerous. They are signals that you're stepping outside your comfort zone. And growth rarely happens inside comfort zones. A helpful mindset shift is realizing that disapproval from others is not a reflection of your worth. People judge others through their own lens of fears and insecurities. Their rejection says more about them than about you. Surround yourself with people who encourage authenticity. Seek out friends, mentors, or communities where you feel safe being yourself. These relationships act as mirrors that reflect back your value and make it easier to stay true. Remember, this is a process, not a quick fix. Breaking the habit of living for approval takes courage, patience, and persistence. Celebrate the small wins. Every moment you choose yourself is a victory. Another powerful tool in stopping the need for others' approval is redefining your relationship with failure. When you live for approval, failure feels like a personal indictment, a sign that you're not enough. This fear of failure traps you in perfectionism or paralysis because you don't want anyone to see your flaws or mistakes. But what if you could see failure as a crucial part of growth, as feedback rather than judgment? When you stop fearing failure, you free yourself from the need to prove anything to anyone. Instead, you focus on learning, experimenting, and evolving. Try shifting your mindset to one of curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or, how can this challenge make me stronger? Over time, you'll become more resilient and less dependent on outside validation. Also, consider the power of setting internal goals rather than external ones. Instead of aiming to get praise, likes, or recognition, set goals based on how you want to grow, what skills you want to build, or how you want to feel. Internal goals align you with your true self and reduce the need for external approval. Visualization can help here. Imagine a version of yourself who doesn't seek anyone's approval. What does that life look like? How do you act, speak, and carry yourself? Use that image as a North Star to guide your decisions. Finally, remind yourself that living authentically will naturally attract the right people into your life, those who appreciate you for who you are. You don't need everyone's approval. You need the approval of one person, yourself. The final step in breaking free from living for others' approval is practicing radical self-acceptance. This means embracing all parts of yourself, your strengths, flaws, fears, and desires, without judgment. It means understanding that you are inherently worthy, not because of what you do or how others see you, but simply because you exist. Start by cultivating daily self-compassion. When you catch yourself seeking validation or feeling down because someone didn't approve, gently remind yourself that your value is not conditional. Use affirmations like, I am enough as I am, or I honor my journey with all its imperfections. It's also crucial to surround yourself with environments and people that support your authentic self. Toxic or judgmental influences only deepen your need for external approval. Seek communities that celebrate individuality and growth. Another practical method is journaling. Write about moments when you felt pressured to conform and explore what you truly wanted in those situations. Reflect on how your actions might change if you prioritized your own values instead. Remember, this process takes time and courage. Old habits die hard, and the comfort of pleasing others can be addictive. But the freedom and peace that come with living authentically are worth every effort. In conclusion, stop living for other people's approval by understanding the psychological roots of approval seeking, setting boundaries, embracing failure as growth, focusing on internal goals, and practicing radical self-acceptance. Your life will become richer, more vibrant, and aligned with who you truly are.